ADHD is neither a deficit or a disorder. And we need to face the hard reality, the truth, the facts, the science behind these challenges, because it is touching every classroom. And the statistics of autism and ADHD and anxiety and sensory challenges just keeps going up and up and up. But if we're going to pretend that it's a deficit, tell me, what is missing from your child? Show me the blood test that shows something is deficient in what? Show me the MRI that shows me that their brain is different than the student that's sitting right next to them. Show me that thing in their genetics that's missing. It's not a deficit. In fact, if it's a deficit in our understanding as parents and doctors to pretend that something is actually missing from this child's neurology. It's not a disorder. In fact, if it's a disorder in how we apply and approach these situations and keep throwing pills at them. Again, I'm not anti-medication, but I'm very pro-truth. I'm very pro, let's look at the facts in this situation. Really at the heart of it all, the heart of every single sensory challenge, ADHD, autism, anxiety, is a brain and nervous system, get this, that's stuck in the fight or flight spectrum, the sympathetic spectrum. This is the spectrum of spectrum challenges. But how does any brain, especially in a kid, get stuck in fight or flight? Well, there's really only three types of stressors. There's physical stressors, and that doesn't happen to go past their birthday. Literally, the day they're born. The average C-section puts upwards of 50 to 60 pounds of pulling on a baby's delicate neck and brainstem. We're not just pulling their neck and their joints and their ligaments causing torticollis. What's it doing to the brainstem? The brainstem is ground zero for the fight or flight response. So again, you don't have to go past 5 minutes into existence to be stuck in fight or flight. Look at our physical activity in kids these days. They're not moving anymore. They're sitting in front of tablets instead of climbing trees and jumping rope and playing with their friends as much. In fact, there's fitness classes for kids now. And I'm like, just play outside. So that's physical types of stressors. What we're doing way too much of, physical stress at birth and slips and falls, but also way too little of that developmental growing playtime. The second stressor, chemical types of stressors. Look at the dumpster fire diets that kids have today. In fact, if we listed the top 10 kid favorite foods, it'd probably be 10 things you should never eat. You can't continually put stressful, inflammatory foods in a body and expect it to not have an effect on their neurology. Again, it's not the singular cause of all these issues, but it plays a role. Our body's inability to adapt to those challenges is frustrating. The last stressor is emotional stressors. And my goodness, we live such a fast-paced lifestyle. We're the most connected generation in the history of ever, but we couldn't be more disconnected as people and as individuals. Our emotional needs, our spiritual needs are not being met, even though we seemingly are so connected with each other. It's too fast. There's too much stressors going on in kids' lives these days, and at some point the brain's like, I can't deal with it. I can't adapt with this anymore. And any one of those, but especially a combination of all of them, is thrusting our kids into this fight or flight world where they're not having a bad moment. They're having bad months, they're having bad years, and they're having bad lives. And it's so important that we face this truth, even if it stings a little bit, because at the heart of this is a brain and a nervous system that's stuck in fight or flight. But in the balance of all this is our kids. It's their future. It's their future marriage. It's their future education. It's their future relationships, because it is tough. It is incredibly challenging for not just the now, but for the future of these kids if their brain and neurology stays stuck in fight or flight. You deserve answers. You deserve the truth, and we're here to give it to you.